People have been really great. There's a great library board in place, foundation board, friends board. The staff is wonderful. The people I've met in the community have been fantastic. So it's been a really good transition for me. I was looking for a position that was a small directorship, and I had been to the area before. I have relatives who live here, so I had been here to visit. I had some familiarity with it, and thought it was just a really attractive place for a lot of reasons. The community support seemed really good, especially when I interviewed and got to know people a little bit better. It seemed like just a really fantastic opportunity in a place that was poised for some growth, and I wanted to be a part of that. The amount of people we serve hasn't changed. The amount of resources we have to put into that service have changed, and that's what we're trying to adjust to. The administrative team has been doing a really good job in managing and being conservative. We have been able to fill in that financial support with help from the Friends of the Library, and as far as purchasing books and other materials and supplementing programs. And then we've also had help with from the foundation for things like our solar panels. So it's been conservative in trying to keep it going, but it's also been a steady increase in being able to bring back services. We had to reduce staff down to 36 hours a week. They came back to 38 and now back up to 40. So in that respect, we're starting to even out. It's not that we have any more money, it's that we're starting to even out from when they took such a hard hit a couple of years ago, and now we're at a place where we feel even and that we can gain back a little bit. We're opening our hours September 8th on Mondays for Paseo, but it's not because we have a financial increase, it's because we've tracked usage and know that people want one location at least that's open on a Monday, so we borrowed hours from the other two locations to make that happen without reducing the services there too much. So it's a little pick and choose what we feel the emphasis is for the customer and try and meet it the best way we can. People do think about libraries as books, and as books become electronic, they wonder if libraries are going to go away. My answer to that is books have been the way people have transferred information back and forth for thousands of years, and now that's changing. And we're in the information business, not necessarily the book business. So we keep up with the electronic resources as they change as well. So we do offer free audiobooks, e-reader books. We have downloadable music. Starting September 3rd, we'll have Hoopla, which is a digital service for TV shows, movies. It's not the brand newest items out there, but they do offer a lot of selections. So we'll have that to offer as well. But we also try to keep up with the print materials and actual DVDs, actual music CDs, because we're trying to reach everybody, and not everybody can afford to have internet access at home to take advantage of Hoopla or some of the other services. They still need a DVD that's in the same physical format as it has traditionally been, so that we can reach everybody. We don't want to have anybody drop in that digital divide where the price of a device prohibits them from being able to fully use the library. So we want to keep as many formats as we can for services. But having said that, we do try to keep up with traditional plus cutting edge resources as much as we can and as much as money allows. Part of the vision that I bring to Henderson Libraries is to look for ways to make the libraries be more community centers, to offer more programming that is interactive and that speaks to the needs of the community, not just for educational purposes, but for leisure activities as well. So looking at things like cooking or physical exercise, or ways that they can have an outlet in the arts, whether it's writing or an art class or music of some sort, trying to find those places that people aren't finding that need and bring that to the library so that they can come here and be with like-minded people and enjoy some of those resources. And we're looking at ways, I think when the vote didn't go through and we had to close libraries, there was this, and rightly so, a sense of kind of stopping and focusing on what we had to do to get through and maintain basic services. And now we're at a point where we can look a little bit more at reaching out to other people in the community and developing some partnerships and offering some programming that we didn't necessarily have the ability to offer before. But now we can look at those ways and try and reach out to people who maybe think there's nothing there at the library for them because they can afford things at home, but also ways that they can communicate socially with people who have the same interests. We don't have any plans, if you're speaking of going back on a ballot or anything of that nature, we don't have any plans for that at the moment. I think we're always looking for ways to try and conserve our resources and find better ways to use the money that we're allocated to serve the most amount of people. Part of that is working with the Friends and the Foundation to do some fundraising, reaching out to other partners who may be able to help us out in some ways. We have a lot of building concerns, so things that need to be done, and it's not, people always want to give money to children's programs because those are so fantastic and that's something we're really good at. I think part of it is making them understand we also have buildings to maintain and those are very costly. So I think it goes back to the education and trying to form partnerships and just team up with some people to help get some things done. I think the people that have been in place running this library since Tom left have done a fantastic job in keeping it on track and not dropping services. There are other locations that are much, much worse off than we are in public libraries, and I think we have fantastic resources. We have a great group of people in place who work here and support it, and the community has been really, really good. I think the maybe part of the vote when it didn't go through, that kind of made people more aware after the fact that this is a resource that they don't want to lose, and so in some ways they're more supportive maybe than they even were before because it brought it to their attention in a different way. So I would say just come in and ask, see what opportunities. The Friends always need people, the Foundation, when they get some fundraising things going, will need some help. And just get a library card. That's one of the biggest things you can do. If you don't have a library card, get a library card, use it, come in and see the staff, see the services we have. If you haven't been in the library in a long time, people are constantly surprised about what we have to offer. So just come out and educate yourself about what we have, and then we can go from there.